Hi, my name is Melissa. I'm 34. I live in upstate New York, and I just started working with Kelly in January. Well, I guess not just, it's been about 3 months now. I've been following her for a while on Instagram, reached out originally in the fall, and then finally decided to commit in January. Uh, Prior to working with Kelly, I've done all the things, all the cleanses, all the beach body, all the fad diets, all the workout programs, gyms, at home. Currently, I work out at Orange Theory Fitness and also run and do other at home stuff still. And I've always been active. I always played sports and danced. And as I've gotten older, I've just continued to struggle with the nutrition side of things and figured if I'm spending all this money to go to the gym and I've tried all these other things, why not be intentional in my nutrition? So I finally bit the bullet and reached out to Kelly to officially start working with her in January, and it has been such a great experience. I think the biggest thing that made me feel connected to her was she seemed so down to earth. And really, as we started talking, I think what became most apparent was that she wasn't just focused on what I was eating. She wasn't just focused on how I was moving my body, but really just holistic wellness. How am I sleeping? What are my stress levels? How do I think about myself? And how do I think about food? When did these sort of disordered eating behaviors start and what's sort of driving that? Just really looking at myself as a whole. And I realized then that my journey with her was going to be specific to me, which I think is most important. You see all these people posting about all these fad diets on Instagram and everything is this sort of, this should work for everyone. And I think with Kelly, I've realized that, she's meeting me where I'm at based on my lifestyle, based on my needs, based on my, whether it be any medical problems or sort of nutritional issues, gastroenterology issues, things like that. She's really worked to identify what those issues are and come up with a plan that makes most sense for me, and also suggested other supplements and things, to take along with my nutrition. Since the holidays, I've lost about 23 pounds. I'm trying not to focus on the scale. That's another one of my goals because, outside of that weight loss, I also just feel stronger. I have more endurance. I feel better in my clothes. I've always used the scale as an indicator of progress, and I think Kelly's really helped me to understand that all these other areas matter just as much, if not more, than the scale. So I'm not weighing myself every morning like I used to. It's been somewhat of a freeing experience. I just went on a vacation for a week, didn't track my food the entire time, and, didn't gain any weight. I did weigh myself when I got back and I hadn't gained any weight. And that was just such a relief that I have a grasp on what I'm doing. Tracking really, is helpful, and I'm back at it now, as I'm continuing to work towards my goals, but knowing that I've gained enough knowledge about myself and what my body needs, that just doing some activity and staying relatively on track while I was gone didn't, take me off path too far. So, it's been a journey, and I think it's been a learning experience for myself because I was used to doing all those sorts of fad diets and cleanses, or even Weight Watchers in the past. I was used to losing a significant amount of weight within the first few weeks, and it happening quickly. Now I always gained all of that weight back, sometimes even more than I had originally, lost, but it felt good in the beginning, and that was very rewarding to keep going. With this, it's been slower progress. I've made progress in a lot of other areas, but when it comes to the actual weight loss, and I do have quite a bit of weight to lose still, it was happening slower. But what I've really come to understand and change in my mindset is that means it's more sustainable and maintainable long term. So yes, in 3 months, or a little bit more than 3 months, because it's been more since the end of December, I'm down 23 pounds, but that's 23 pounds. That is significant. That's something to be happy about, excited and motivated by. And also knowing that the slower that it's coming off, it's more, like I said, sustainable and maintainable, where I'm not yo-yoing up and down. I can have an off day, have a ton of fun, have a St. Patrick's Day brunch and, mimosas with friends. And that doesn't knock me completely off track like it used to. When I was eating so restrictively during those cleanse cycles, if I did go off track, I would lose like all of the progress. When my body is starting to stabilize at each of these new sort of levels of weight that I'm getting to, and I feel good. I have a ton of energy. I've had a lot of stressful stuff going on in my life in terms of work and things like that over the last few months, but still been able to maintain this through that. Have I been completely on track all the time? Absolutely not. But I think just having more realistic goals for myself in terms of what I'm actually looking to do in terms of weight loss, and then just really sticking to things as much as possible, continuing to be active, but not abusing my body in terms of working out too much. I think that's another thing Kelly has been working with me on, is just having realistic goals and recognizing that a lot of these other areas of my life, including stress and sleep and everything, have just as much of an impact on my weight loss as what I'm putting into my body. So that being said, it has been a great experience, and I can't wait to see, where I am another 3 months from now. If you've been considering working with Kelly and you have any hesitation, I would say, reach out to her and have an information call. I think after speaking with her the first time and just really understanding that she wanted to know me individually and I wasn't just another sort of number that she would just give the same plan to, I think that made me feel really comfortable, and it's been 100% worth, the financial thing. It's been motivating. That's another motivating factor. When you invest in yourself in this way, then you stick with it. And it's been great to have her on my side during this sort of roller coaster ride that I've had over the last few months. So just do it. Reach out. And